So kind of curious, and a lot of people listening are probably curious, how do you go about getting financing on that first deal or first couple deals?
Yeah, so on the first deal, I partnered with who at that time was an established investor, a contractor, and then myself. I put in half of the down payment. So I had who I believed were mentors, and they actually were. My flaw was that I had too much trust, and I didn't actually look at the numbers. So I trusted the investor to run their pro formas and tell us how much money the deals would make. And I trusted the contractor to know his numbers and tell us how much it would cost to execute. When we actually got to it, we ended up losing money, which was not the end of the world. It actually those losses, if I were doing it on my own, those losses I would have carried all the losses by myself, but it was carried amongst three of us, and we got hard money lending on those deals early on. So really, you don't have to have experience to get hard money loans, and there's just like everything, there's good players in the lending space and there's bad players. There's and not necessarily bad. There's more of players who will actually vet the deals for you and players that just trust that you know what you're doing. So that's I think early on I didn't have a lender who told me, hey, you might want to look at this deal a second time because of X, Y, and Z. But even then, a lender doesn't know that you might go blow through your budget or something may go wrong in the project. But yeah, it was a double whammy, basically buying it at a high price point and overspending. But the hard money loan was key to get in my first couple deals.
Gotcha. Okay. And for those that are listening, people that are in the industry, throwing around terms like hard money loan and things of that nature are kind of commonplace. But maybe for those listening that don't know, that haven't done their first flip, maybe talk a little bit about the differences between hard money loans and conventional loans.
Absolutely. So a hard money loan, there's sometimes a bad stigma depending on where you're getting your education from. But a hard money loan, the way to think about it is, at the end of the day, it's a tool. And as an investor, you have all these different financing tools to execute. When you're getting a conventional loan, typically the big banks want to see the property is in a livable condition. So that means it's rent ready and people can go ahead and move into it the minute you purchase it. Now, what happens when property is in disrepair, it's beat up, it needs a new roof, etc.? A lot of those big banks will shy away from that. There's too much risk, too much unknown, so they don't want to expose themselves to that. So that's where a lot of hard money lenders come in and why there's a marketplace for it, because we come in and help you buy the property and also provide renovations for anything that's needed. So that way you can take it from a beat up shape all the way into a fully stabilized condition where it can be move-in ready to keep it in your rental portfolio or even sell it in the open market as a flip to make a quick profit.